After encouragement with the ball on day one in Perth, day two's batting collapse from England was so calamitous that supporters in the crowd found other ways to entertain themselves. England know vast improvements are needed in Brisbane, with Captain Ben Stokes remaining level-headed ahead of the day-night test.
Well, we've been in situations where we have been behind series before, and it's our attitude that I think stands out, that allows us to move on to the next game through good and through bad. We're a very good team at, I think, dealing with emotions when we need to think about what we got coming up next. I'm a pretty level-headed person in terms of success and failure. So yeah, I'll wake up in the morning, still be incredibly disappointed, but all of my focus and all of my energy will be going into getting the group back up, and moving our thoughts and what we need to do onto Brisbane. Yeah, it's that's one of the things about leadership is obviously it's pretty easy when things are going swimmingly well to be able to move on to the next one, and it might be a little bit more difficult to do it when you're leaving with from a disappointment from a game to the next one. But that's the great thing about this role is that you have more responsibility than just out on the field. We've been here before, we know what it's like to lose a game. So look, we know that we are a good team at bouncing back. And yeah, it's up to me and Brendon and the other senior guys over the next however many days we've got before the next one to make sure that we're in the right place mentally that we need to be in to go into that Brisbane game and come out with a result. We've got stuff to do moving forward, and we know what we need to do, and yeah, me and Basil will do the right thing.
Stokes is remaining resolute and maintaining faith in England's approach in Australia. Ahead of the next test in Brisbane, England have elected not to send any first-team players to play in a warm-up match in Canberra, a move which has been criticised by some cricket journalists, especially given the prowess shown by Australian batters in the first test in Perth. Travis Head scored a remarkable century, and Steve Smith captained his side well to the victory in the first test.
I thought it was the right opportunity to do it. We probably, like Steve said, we probably missed the trick a little bit in the first thing. So I just felt like we lined up better that way. I played a lot of cricket with Jake as well. So I was pretty keen to try and take some pressure off him. I just felt like the moment was right. To have two batting behind Marn and Smudge at 3 and 4 feels right. Feels like that's settled. Two high quality players who have an exceptional record here. Batting in the first innings after 30 overs, it felt like the ball got a bit easier. So to have two blokes, potentially if I could do the job with Jake, to have got two guys that average close to 60 in Test cricket to come in at that stage is pretty good. So I felt like everything lined up that was the right decision. They still had to make that decision, but I was pretty bullish around the fact that I felt like I could do it. Again, take some pressure off Jake at the other end, try and take some pressure off the guys behind me, and who knows if it was going to go well or not. But I was just pleased the way it started, and sort of when we got around that 40-50 partnership, it felt like it was right there for the taking, and felt like I'd set the game up pretty well for the guys behind me if it wasn't gonna continue on.
We want to win every game, but they're a good side. They've played good cricket for a long time, and we know that the style of play that they have, they're going to have their moments where they come off and players are going to score quickly and get away from us at times. And I think it's just about being calm in those moments and trying to come up with plans to either slow them down or get them out, and a mixture of two at times. But yeah, look, they're a good side, and I'm sure they're going to come back hard.
England will have to bounce back in Brisbane to avoid the series getting away from them completely. The question now is whether Stokes and McCullum elect to make changes to the 11 heading into the day-night test, and if they do, whether they work.